In this video, you will learn how to divide by powers of 10 using basic facts and patterns with zeros. Let's take a look at our first example, 720 divided by 8. We're going to look for a basic fact, which is any digit without the zeros. So I see 72 divided by 8, and that's a basic fact. 72 divided by 8 is 9. Then all I have to do is add my 0. Since there's only one 0 in 720 and there aren't any zeros in 8, we just copy the 0 over. So 720 divided by 8 equals 90. Let's try two more. Here we have 45,000 divided by 9 and 28,000 divided by 7. So if we look for our basic fact, we have 45 divided by 9 and we have 28 divided by 7. We can do those basic facts first. So 45 divided by 9 is 5. 28 divided by 7 is 4. Now all we have to do is add our zeros. Since there are 3 zeros in the first dividend and no zeros with our divisor, we just copy the 3 zeros. So 45,000 divided by 9 is 5,000, and 28,000 divided by 7 is 4,000. So you see how the patterns definitely help us with this division. Now let's take a look at what happens when our divisors also have zeros. So we still look for our basic fact, which we see 25 divided by 5. So 25 divided by 5 gives us 5. And now we have to look at our zeros. So when we divide, zeros cancel each other out. So 1 0 from the dividend will cancel out 1 0 from the divisor. But there is still one extra 0, which ends up in your quotient. So 2,500 divided by 50 equals 50. Let's try the next one. You might be looking at it thinking we're going to be doing 3 divided by 6. And you can't just turn that around and say 6 divided by 3 is 2. I know it's tempting, but you can't divide 3 by 6. But I see something else. I see 30 divided by 6. So sometimes you might need to take in a 0 in order to make a basic fact. So we have 30. I'm going to highlight that so we know that 0 is taken by 30. We have 30 divided by 6, which is 5. Now we can cancel out some other zeros. We have 1 0 in our dividend that cancels out 1 0 in our divisor, but we are still left with 2 zeros, so those end up in your quotient. So 30,000 divided by 60 equals 500. Here we have another example of pulling a 0 in order to make a basic fact. Because if I look at the first example, 200 divided by 40, I see 2 divided by 4. And remember, you can't just switch it around and say 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So you cannot have 2 divided into 4 pieces with a whole number. So we're going to need to take a 0 and get 20. So I'm going to highlight that so we know the 0 is taken up with 20. 20 divided by 4 equals 5. And then we'll cancel out some zeros. The 0 in the dividend cancels out the 0 into the divisor. So our answer is just 5. Our last example, 420 divided by 70. We have 42 divided by 7 as our basic fact, and that would be 6. And then we can cancel out some zeros. The 0 in the divisor and the dividend cancel each other out, so our answer is just 6. 420 divided by 70 equals 6. Thank you for watching my video. I hope it helped. Check out my Teaching Exchange classroom for worksheets and centers, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more videos.